Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a multi-subject reading for you all. Please be sure to hit like on this channel and subscribe. Remember that personal readings are available today and every day at mystarotshop.com. So come talk to me. In a multi-subject reading, we go over your life, your mental and emotional health, love life, finances, and warnings. We also do a spirit message. When it comes to your life, the first card you have is the Mature Man card. The Mature Man card says that as it relates to life, you guys have been going through a little bit of conflict, a little bit of uncertainty, issues, whatever you've been going through. I do feel like positive changes are coming about at this moment. So you truly do not have to continue to worry about what you've been worried about. When it comes to your life, the Mature Man card is clarified by the King of Pentacles. Some of you guys have been worried about your finances or your overall stability, maybe a relationship or connection. Again, there's no need for you to worry about this. The False Person card tells you to watch the company you keep. Not everybody around you is for you. Not everybody around you is authentic. You could be someone who's trying to give to situations that you shouldn't. You could be pouring a lot of time, effort, and energy into situations that are not reciprocating or people who don't reciprocate. That sucks. Okay. When it comes to your life, I do feel like it is important for you to make sure that you are gaining balance in your life. You need to make sure that you are navigating in the right way, the right manner, and or the right direction, going in the right direction. The card of expectation tells me that you keep approaching disappointment. This is like every time you try to change your circumstances, your mindset, or even your life, you are faced with some sort of adversity. When it comes to clarifying the card of expectation, we do have the Devil. I feel like y'all are overly anxious, or a lot of the times overly worried, preoccupied with things that don't matter. This could say that you suffer from stress and anxiety or just some toxicity. Some of you may be looking at life from a negative perspective where you're just expecting for the worst to happen, despite the fact that the worst is not going to happen. You have the Thoughts card, which tells me to tell you to get about your head at this moment. The Thoughts card is clarified by the Emperor. I feel like you have control issues. You're going to have to practice radical acceptance. Allow your spiritual team to come through and show out for you, okay? One of the blockages in your life is the Three of Cups, the people that you're around, the company you keep. This could also be drama, toxicity. This could be family issues creating a blockage. Another blockage in your life is the King of Swords. You're trying to act like you don't care. You're trying to act hard, but you actually do care. I feel like you have feelings. You know that you have feelings, but you're not expressing them. Trying to remain overly logical is an illogical decision. I feel like you are going to have to be authentic, raw, and vulnerable. When it comes to your life, the last blockage that you have is the Ten of Cups. I don't think that you're happy. I don't think that you are happy. I feel like there has been issues with your stability, with family, with you feeling loved or supported. I feel like you could be someone who's just functioning through a little bit of misery. Maybe your happiness is conditional. When you are in certain places, you don't feel great, or around certain people, you don't feel great. When it comes to your life, I do feel like you need to go ahead and prioritize your happiness as well as your future, especially your financial future. If you guys have been pouring a lot of time, effort, or energy into your finances, it will render a positive reward. But we'll get to the financial part a little bit later in the reading. So far, let me know, what have you guys been going through? You dealing with gossip, drama, infidelity, feelings of uncertainty, you dealing with toxicity, overthinking. Do you guys meditate or pray, anything like that? I like to say you better pray for you because other people will pray on you. Be careful. You got the Queen of Cups. So in the near future, I do feel like you will feel emotionally fulfilled, emotionally grounded, and or stable. I also believe that in the near future, you're going to feel like life is coming together. You're going to start trusting yourself, your intuition, your spiritual team a lot more than what you've been doing thus far. When it comes to your life, my advice is to get out of your own way. You have self-limiting beliefs that are preventing you from becoming successful. It's preventing you from moving towards happiness. It's preventing you from stepping out on faith. Whatever those self-limiting beliefs are, I need you to remove them. You need to understand that you are good enough. You need to understand that you can have and manifest, create whatever life you want to create. You need to understand that even if other people are not validating you or giving you reassurance, that you're still good, you're still great, you're still perfect. Now let's talk about your mental and emotional health in general. When it comes to your mental and emotional health, the first card you have is the card of faith. Okay, so mentally and emotionally, you are staying faithful and optimistic. It may be hard or a struggle sometimes, but you hanging in there. When it comes to your mental and emotional health, I feel like it is important for you to continue to look towards the future, which is what you're doing. Using your voice to speak things into existence, making sure that you're transparent about your feelings and emotions, that is imperative. When it comes to your mental and emotional health, I feel like you're stable right now and you're going to continue to be stable. So if you got people over there calling you crazy, you're not crazy. You're not tripping. They the problem. You have the card of expansion. The card of expansion says that mentally and emotionally, you're wanting more out of life. You could be wanting some sort of growth, advancement, abundance. I feel like as it relates to your mental and emotional health, you are really in a place of transition. You're trying to transform your circumstances as well as your life, and I feel like you are using your voice to do so. Manifestation may be on your brain. I do feel like what you need to know is that you are limitless at this time. You're limitless. You need to know that things are coming together perfectly. When it comes to your mental and emotional health, the card of perception is also here. The card of perception says that you need to change your mindset in order to change your life. I feel like you need to open up. You need to open up your mouth. You need to open up your heart. You need to open up in general. Being transparent is extremely important when it comes to your mental and emotional health. You guys are focused a lot on love or matters of the heart, and because your focus is there, you could be feeling used, abused, unwanted, or uncared for. When it comes to your mental and emotional health, I do believe that you need to make sure that you're pouring more time, effort, and energy into yourself than you're pouring into other people, situations, or things. Mentally and emotionally, the overall advice is to figure it out. Discovery talks about figuring out who you are and what you want for the long run, figuring out what's next for you in your life. That is going to be extremely important. When it comes to your love life, let's see what's going on. Now, the love life, I'm going to extend it. So the first portion, where I'm just generally going over your love life, that's included. The next portion where I do the you versus them and all of that, now you only get that in a full-blown love reading. So if love is your primary focus, I always recommend a full-blown love reading so we can get the full scope or the full picture. But if you want to know about multiple subjects, then you can just do a multi-subject personal reading. These are videos. If you don't want a video, you can talk to me on the phone today and every day. But through videos, you get to ask 10 questions. For phone readings, you get to ask as many questions as you want in the time that is allotted, okay? So I'm just throwing that out there. Now, when it comes to your love life, The first card you have is the thoughts card. The thoughts card is telling me that as it relates to love, you are definitely in your head. I feel like there's someone on your brain, someone you're thinking about. You could feel distant or separated from this person. Maybe you guys are not connecting in the way that you used to connect. The thoughts card is clarified by the Four of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of distance or disconnection. Maybe this is a long distance situation. If it's not a long distance situation, then this is a situation where there is no mental growth or clarity. The card of mature man says that in terms of your love life, you are overcoming obstacles and moving towards positive changes. I do feel like your romantic goals are coming together. I feel like whatever it is that you need or desire, those things will be met. When it comes to your love life, the community card is telling you to put yourself out there. This could mean two things. This could say that you need to go ahead and date, or this could mean that you need to gain help or support. This is depending on where you are mentally and emotionally. When it comes to your love life, you know if you need support. You know if you got something pressing or draining on your energy. And if that's the case, book an intentional healing session. I got you. If this is that you need to date, put yourself out there. Although I think most of you guys may need intentional healing sessions because you're definitely stressed out. Not knowing which direction to go in love, not knowing what to do next is your major problem or blockage. When it comes to your love life, it seems like you are repeating the same cycles over and over again. This is not going to do you any good. Spirit is saying that it is time for you to walk away from something. You need to walk away from sadness. You need to walk away from abandonment. You need to walk away from people who are not pouring into you. You need to make sure that you are a priority this time around. Oftentimes, you guys pour all kind of time, effort, and energy into other people. You don't know how to be yourself, or you don't know how to pour into yourself. When it comes to your love life, one of your blockages would be the Page of Wands. This is like you need to change your perspective. Your mindset is a blockage. I feel like you're not looking at things from the right, you're not looking at things in the right way, and that's a problem. This could also be children being a blockage, or someone being just very immature and that creating a blockage on your love life. The next blockage is a lack of reciprocity. I feel like you give, and you deal with people who take. And that is a problem. I feel like you're not demanding reciprocity and equal give and take or fairness. When it comes to your love life, I feel like there's a lot of confusion here that is creating problems or blockages as well. So you need to get out of the energy of confusion. Are you dealing with somebody that's dealing with somebody, or are you dealing with multiple people? Like, what's the scenario? Tell me in the comments. In the near future, I do feel like you will be feeling loved and protected and guided. I do feel like in the near future, whether you're in a relationship or not, you're going to feel very much emotionally abundant and very much cared for. My advice is to stay solid. Keep doing the things that you're doing because they are going to pay off. This tells you to take care of you. Make sure that your home life, family life, or other areas of your love life are taken care of, okay? Now, for those of you guys who are in a connection, whether you are loosely involved or married, it don't matter. If there is someone on your mind, this next portion will be for you. This next portion is only available in the full-blown love readings, or over the phone. You could do you versus them. I also do mini reads with this next portion, but I recommend y'all get a full-blown love reading. So we're going to see how you feel about your person and how they feel about you. I'm only going to pull a few cards for your feelings because, like I said, this is, I'm just adding this. When it comes to how you feel about your person, you do have the card of well, I pulled a lot. I pulled less than I would pull in a full-blown love reading, but I pulled more than I wanted to pull. So maybe it's needed. When it comes to your feelings about your person, you believe that this connection has potential. It has the potential to move you towards happiness and prosperity. You believe that this connection is something that can and will grow. The card of abundance does represent you wanting more, you being confident that you can get more out of this as well. You hold them on a pedestal. You guys think that they're perfect. Whoever it is that you're dealing with, you're willing to accept them flaws and all. I feel like you're dealing with someone who's heavily flawed, but you don't care. And you just want stability out of this connection. You also want expansion and growth, maybe to live together, to have a family together, to just be very much abundant with one another. When it comes to how you feel towards your person, I just feel like you want growth. You feel like you guys are connected on a deep spiritual level, and I feel like you feel as though the communication needs to improve or become more consistent. The card of perception tells me that you love this person. You are praying for transformation, or you feel like this is somebody who has transformed your life in some way. While the card of discovery sits here, and it says that you're trying to or wanting to learn this person, get to know them more. This says that as it relates to your person, you are very much interested in growth and expansion. I feel like you want to know them inside out. I feel like you want to know all their deep secrets. I feel like you just want the world with this person. Let's see how they feel about you. Let's see how they feel about you. Your person is flawed, but I think that you know that, and we're all flawed. But you looking past the flaws like your person is perfection. Okay. They prayed for somebody like you. Your person feels like you are a prayer or a wish come true, which is crazy because it seems like they're fumbling you. I feel like your person believes that things are not great between the two of you, but they're praying for better days. They prayed for you, manifested you, even if they're playing hard to get. The card of growth is here, which tells me that your person loves you. I feel like this is somebody who wants to grow and explore with you. They just don't trust you. They feel insecure, unstable. They know that you're supposed to be a part of their future, but it's like they just can't let you all the way in. Your person may feel like you have the ability to be toxic. Despite that, they want expansion with you, and they believe that you're perfect too. Whoever this is, I feel like they keep their distance though because of issues with communication. I feel like they're confused. One minute they want you and the next minute they don't. I know that that is very draining to experience. The card of faith is here. They don't think that you're going to let them go. They think that they are in it to win, okay? They feel like no matter what it is that they got going on or what it is that they do, that you're going to be there and you're going to be okay. When it comes to what they got going on, you got the Tower card. Everything, their life is a mess. Their life is completely falling apart, and they're not telling you, and they're probably not telling anybody else. This is somebody who feels like they are very much under pressure. They feel like they are being forced out of their comfort zone and to start over. What they got going on is a lot. They act like they're single. They act like they're all good. I do feel like this is someone who's spiritually growing or elevating, but I also feel like they don't know how to be a partner. They don't know how to be a partner. They're so used to being independent. When it comes to your person and what they got going on, they're trying to win or succeed in life. I feel like they may not be really paying you no mind, even though they believe that you are someone who they should be with. The Ten of Swords, they're dealing with a lot of pain, emotional pain, betrayal. They're dealing with some sort of loss as well, and they're trying their best to create a breakthrough for themselves. That's what they got going on. Remember, if you want to just talk about your person and y'all's relationship, book a full-blown love reading on the website. But for now, I'm moving on to finances. So when it comes to your money, business, finance, and career, the first card you have is the Moon card. This talks about the unknown. I feel like financially speaking, you're a little bit afraid. I feel like you're afraid to start over. You're afraid to lose out, or you are afraid to stay stuck. You've been stagnant or in the same position for quite some time. I need you to know that you're going to be okay. Your finances are definitely healing at this moment, so continue to work on whatever it is that you've been working on financially. When it comes to your finances, you also have the Devil card. The Devil card represents the fact that financially speaking, you have some vices or some terrible spending habits. Kind of like me, my spending habits are horrible. You have terrible spending habits and you need to get those under control. When it comes to your finances, the Justice card is telling me that your finances should be good within the next month or two if you're wanting or expecting a financial breakthrough. My overall advice for your finances is to work on them. Work on bringing in more money and make sure that you are working on retaining that money as well. When it comes to your warnings, your first warning is the Three of Wands. The warning is don't wait too long for things to happen. You need to actually put yourself out there and make them happen. This tells you to explore or expand. Your next warning, watch out for pregnancy, conception, issues with children or family. Your last warning, don't be stubborn. Get out of your own way. Get out of your feelings. Make sure that you are not creating blockages in your own life. That is the warning. The message from your spiritual team is let it go, like Elsa, okay? You are being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment that you are holding on to. It's hurting you and you can't fully be present in your life at the moment if you're holding on to negativity. It's telling you to release it and be free. What you need to do is to book an intentional healing session with me at 10 Minutes of Tarot, which is an add-on on the website, and we're going to get you through this. Let me know in the comments what's been going on, and also let me know if you stayed till the end. Have a great day.